Here we are with Jelena Mrdjenovich, WBC featherweight champion of the world from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Jelena, welcome again to Notified.
Thank you. Thank you. It's always a pleasure being on with you guys.
Jelena, you have a very important title defense this Saturday against none other than Soledad Matthysse, the WBA featherweight champion, in an important unification title match for your career. Tell us about it.
I'm really excited. This will be my first time fighting for the WBA, and I always get excited to defend my WBC featherweight belt.
And looking at your record, this is your fifth title defense of your featherweight championship that you earned back in 2012 against Lindsey Garbett. Tell us a little bit about this journey in the featherweight division.
You know, I feel comfortable at featherweight. I feel like this is my ideal weight. It's where I feel the strongest, and I've had a lot of success. And basically, I came down to featherweight because I've been chasing opponents through every division, and you know, it seems to be where we can find good fights, good hard fights, exciting fights, and again, it's where I feel comfortable.
You were a former champion back in 130. You tried to fight at 135. It didn't seem to you have the same luck, although you have some controversial decisions in that way, right? In that weight class.
Lightweight is just hard. I'm not big enough to be a lightweight. I found you know, when I moved up against the tougher competition, the girls were really big, and the style I like to fight. I like to knock people out. I like to have exciting close fights, and it was just really hard to maintain. At 135, at 126, I mean, there you have exciting fireworks kind of fights, and those are really exciting for everybody, myself included.
This is the third time that you fight outside of Canada. You fought in Japan, you fought in Panama, now in Argentina. How important it is for you, for your career? We know that you have fought with fighters from all over the world, but how important it is in your career to be able to defend your title outside of your country, become, for many people's eyes, more of a world champion that way?
You know, it's the trouble with women's boxing is a lot of the girls don't want to go outside of their country to fight, yet and so you have problems bringing people in or even getting people to bring you somewhere. For me, this is the icing on the top of on the end of my career here, 45 fights, and being able to kind of get a few on the road and getting a couple of those big W's all around the world is really exciting for me, because it shows that I'm not just homegrown. I'm willing to go anywhere, and I'm willing to fight anyone, anywhere. And you know, I think that's important in anyone's career, and I just kind of did opposite, that I did it at the end of my career rather than the beginning.
Now, what do you mean at the end of your career? That means that you're planning to retire anytime soon? And you've been fighting for more than 12 years, though. No,
not. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I would say I'm not going to have another 40 fights. So I would say now I'm more than halfway over my career. But you know, I don't see myself retiring anytime soon. You know, anytime in the next 2-3 years minimum. And again, it's fight to fight. I've had a few big fights lately, and. You know how it is. Any fight could be it for a fighter. So you just learned how to cherish them more, I think, as you go on.
Okay, now going back now to the fight that you have this Saturday night, which is very tough. I mean, Soledad Matthysse, the WBA featherweight champion of the world. She comes from a fighting family. I mean, her brothers are world champions. Her mother fought, her dad fought, everybody. I mean, tell us about her. What do you know about Soledad?
Exactly what you said. She comes from a fighting family. She is well versed in fighting, and she fights anybody. And that's why I'm really excited about this fight. If you look at her resume, she has fought, I don't know, 3 current world champions. She comes to fight. She's never been knocked out, and she's a warrior. Those fights make me excited. Those are the reason. That's the reason why I still fight right now. That's why I can't even consider retiring, because there's more fights like this for me. Edith's a great champion. Soledad is a great champion. And, you know, the fact that she's willing to put her belt on the line, I'm willing to put my belt on the line. This is what boxing is made of, and this is why women's fights are exciting.
Now, you have been here in Buenos Aires, Argentina. This is the premier city in Latin America, one of the biggest, best cities in the world. Tell us about the experience so far. You've been here since Monday.
It's been great. I mean, a little rainy, but you know, we have a job to do when we come here. So we've just been working out, you know, trying to get acclimatized and basically just waiting, which is the hardest part for me. I'm super excited for this fight, so the waiting game always is hard. So, I mean, I've been trying to stay distracted, but I love Argentina. The country is beautiful, and I wish I got more time to tour around, but like I said, we're here for a job to do.
Finally, Jelena, you know that Notified TV and website, you know, we follow your career very close, and there's a lot of fans that you have out there in Latin America, and also all the Hispanics in the U.S. and Spain and Europe and Japan. What can you tell just a final message to all of them?
Thank you for all the support, and you know, I like to put on exciting fights, and you'll see one on Saturday, an exciting fight, and hopefully we'll gain some more fans. But thank you for the support.